How to be chill and a little bit whimsical? You can't change how chill you are. That's just going against your nature. You're either built for it or not. But the same thing it could be said for someone who's more excited about things. Like, I can't be excited more for things as I am chill. I think you just embrace your personality because there's a charm to it for anyone's. And trying to force to become some kind of different mold is more taxing for you in the long run. Going out of your comfort zone is good. Oh, I mean, only if it's worth it. If you just continuously just run out of your way of your comfort zone all the time, then that's not psychologically sustainable. Like, people like preach and all about all the successes of people doing great things after getting out of their comfort zone, but there's a lot of people who failed and like suffered a lot because they got out of their comfort zone too. Like, people glorify it, but it's not always a good thing, you know? I feel like it's hard to grow if you stay in your comfort zone for too long. Well, that's because your comfort zone is not growing you. It depends on what you have as your comfort zone, I think, right? We all make mistakes. I feel like as long as your community is not toxic in the sense that they'll like ridicule you over it and stuff and like forgive you for making mistakes and acknowledging it, I think that's okay. You know, obviously time to time you'll have your highs and lows. It's like any other like social skills. You don't have like 100% all the time. You have your highs and lows. And I think that's what makes it a lot more okay for me too. Like, I understand that I have highs and lows with my moments and what I do. I like looking back at my streams and seeing what I could do better all the time. That honestly is like a big part of my joy of streaming. If you're like consistently like staring at your results, a lot of time you get a lot sadder, I guess. That's kind of how it is. Like, obviously every VTuber has their, it's kind of interesting because a lot of VTubers, they have their peak at their debut. And like, I'm no exception to that. Everybody peaks at their debut and then it kind of plateaus. From what I hear, right, that makes a lot of people sad because they always look back to their like, oh my gosh, I used to be so much more successful at the beginning. I used to be like popping off and then now I'm plateauing and struggling. But I don't feel that way because I don't really look at those things, I guess. Yeah, I mean, this is like something like every person experiences, like not even in content creation, but also like pro gamers when they get to the top ranks and then they're like nobody to beat anymore, and then they're like, oh, what do I do now? And they retire and stuff like that. Apparently that's pretty common, but I don't feel that way because I don't really concentrate on those kind of things. And I never really did in the past. I just kind of like viewed my streams as like something I grow. That's honestly what I would look at. Like, I don't look at the numbers. I look at like how I did on stream, how I felt with my stream, how entertaining I think I was. And then as long as you keep on doing that, I'm assuming like eventually the numbers pick up. Or like, you know, there's like you have a nice community, you have people that appreciate what you do. There's like all that stuff. Focusing on the process. It's like focusing on things that you can control and rather than things you can't control. I think that's the important thing. You can't control people like clicking onto your streams. But you can control trying to quality controlling, like, let's say you want to like try to make your streams more joppin'. That mentally makes things a lot easier for a lot of people, I think.